playing some Xenoverse. That happened. But before I get into this entire video, I just want to say this is all speculation on the what might happen in the next 4 days since today's the 18th. So yeah. Um I'm thinking that this is going to be the end of Xenoverse in general as its own like time patrol type of game. But of course I'm by myself. But what I'm also thinking is that even though Xenoverse may end, it's not going to be the end for the type of game Xenoverse is. And what I mean by that is that okay. What I mean by that is that Xenoverse, it's not going to be about time patrollers. It's going to be about like maybe your own story. So like maybe it'll be based off of race. But you know how at the end of Xenoverse they said they were talking about Toki Toki's egg creating a new future. Maybe instead of being a time patroller, you'll the next game will be us in that actual future. But that's what I'm thinking. Maybe just don't fire a key blast at me, whore. I'm thinking that instead of it being like Xenoverse 3, where we replay the whole Dragon Ball story again, we're going to instead have our own story. This is all based just speculation though, so nothing's really confirmed or anything. So while I die, I just want to say that so it's going to be like you, depending on your maybe race, you get to maybe start from a different planet. Like maybe we'll still have like the lobby in general. So like we maybe still have the lobby, we may still have the PvP aspect of it, and we may still have just different aspects, but they'll maybe have like the same aspects of part of Xenoverse 2. The difference would be like the main game in general. Like instead of going out for time patrols, you are part of this one race or whatever race you choose, with maybe more options of races to choose from. And you'll be on a planet with that race, whether it's with online players or just offline CPUs. And with that idea, you can go on missions for your planet, try and keep that planet functioning properly, if that makes sense. And then maybe even, because you know how they have the freezer raid, maybe you'll end up having a different race at times come and try and invade your planet. So then you would have to be there to defend them off. And then it'll be like, if you wanted to meet up with friends or go to different places with a different gender, you would all meet at this one planet that's neutral zone. And that'll be just the main lobby, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of just like an idea I kind of had maybe 5 minutes ago. Like, it could work, but no, like, it's kind of an idea I kind of just had maybe a few minutes ago. So, like, maybe that's what'll replace Xenoverse. Instead of time patrolling, you live in the new timeline instead. Like, you've been relieved of your duty, or you've been given the chance to start your life over again in the new time, rather than keep replaying the same story mode from Xenoverse and Xenoverse 2. Like, maybe that's what they'll do. So maybe it'll just be a continuation of Xenoverse. Maybe not Xenoverse 3, as most of us have been hoping for the past who knows how long. Let's just watch him while this happens. For who knows how long, but it'll be a different he's a whore for that. but it'll be a different Dragon Ball game instead, which would be like the continuation of Xenoverse. Like, it'll still have created characters, it'll still have maybe the fighting aspect to it, but maybe it'll just be the continuation of what Xenoverse was showing at the end of the actual story. And knowing that the PS5 is going to be exponentially better than the PlayStation 4, it could actually work that way, to where you would be on your own planet, not on your own planet, but on a planet of your race, and just be able to battle with your race, go out for missions for your race, etc., etc. It would work because the PlayStation 5 would allow it to do that, and maybe even more. So, who knows what could happen instead of having Xenoverse 3. I'm not saying that Xenoverse 3 would be a bad thing, but it's like, we've had Xenoverse and then Xenoverse 2. Both of them were playing through Goku's story pretty much, from beginning to end of Dragon Ball Z, and beyond that. So it's like, Xenoverse 3 wouldn't be any different, if that makes sense, besides adding maybe more story, like the new Dragon Ball Super or newest Dragon Ball Super story. So it's not like it would be any different. It's legit going to just be the same story with different graphics, maybe different fighting styles, maybe more transformations, etc., etc. So it's not like it's going to be any real difference. I don't know if I explained it good enough about the new game that they might make instead of Xenoverse 3, because like, it would make sense based off of how Xenoverse 2 ended, again with Toki Toki's egg, and how they said a new timeline's about to be born. So you could just have a new CAC, but either way, it's like Toki Toki's egg creating a new timeline for the future. It makes sense for them to continue the story with that, where it wouldn't be Xenoverse 3 perhaps, like, you wouldn't have maybe a new time patrol mission or time patrol quests that you would have to keep going through, replaying the whole story, because Xenoverse isn't a bad series, don't get me wrong. The only thing is, Kakarot came out this year, right? What did that do? That played through Goku's whole story as Goku in the best way that it probably could have been. Meaning that you can't really do better than that. Like, we've seen Goku's story so many times now that there's nothing... Oh, okay. But there's nothing else that you can really do to make it better than that. So why go through Xenoverse 3 where you just replay Goku's story again, and then with added content and maybe added transformations, etc., etc., or maybe even added races, when you could go off of Xenoverse 2's Toki Toki egg, right, and go forward with the new future that's being made from Toki Toki's egg, and be able to, using the PlayStation 5's newer technology, be able to make a game that's better than Xenoverse probably could have been, because of maybe the netcode gets better, maybe there's going to be more of an open world to explore, maybe there'll be different fighting styles, different ways to fight. You can actually use the accessories on your back, aka the sword that I'm holding onto my back right now. Maybe you can train with different mentors, like maybe you can train with who didn't they have? Maybe you could train with Kid Goku or GT Goku. I meant you can train with maybe Trunks. Like, they had so much they could do in Xenoverse 2, which when they didn't, I understood, because it's like, you're not saving anything for the next Dragon Ball game that you're planning to make. So those are really my thoughts on the subject. Like, Does it make sense? Would it work? I don't know. Let me know. But that's my 2 cents on the whole thing. I think Toki Toki's egg is the key to everything. So, yeah. I want to thank y'all for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed. And I'll catch y'all tomorrow with either more Dragon Ball or Spellbreak. Or maybe even a stream. Who knows? Well, yeah. I'll catch y'all out. I'm out. Peace.